Cost accounting was developed because of the A. Limitations of the financial accounting. B. Limitations of the management accounting. C. Limitations of the human resource accounting. D. Limitations of the double entry accounting. Correct answer is option A. Costing refers to the techniques and processes of A. Ascertainment of costs. B. Allocation of costs. C. Apportion of costs. D. Distribution of costs. Correct answer is option A. Please subscribe our YouTube channel Aspirant Wisdom and click on bell icon. Basic objectives of cost accounting is A. Tax compliance. B. Financial audit. C. Cost ascertainment. D. Profit analysis. Correct answer is option C. Cost classification can be done in A. 2 ways. B. 3 ways. C. 4 ways. D. Several ways. Correct answer is option D. Direct cost incurred can be identified with A. Each department. B. Each unit of output. C. Each month. D. Each executive. Correct answer is option B. Overhead cost is the total of A. All indirect costs. B. All direct costs. C. Indirect and direct costs. D. All specific costs. Correct answer is option A. Imputed cost is A. Notional cost. B. Real cost. C. Normal cost. D. Variable cost. Correct answer is option A. Operating costing is suitable for A. Job order business. B. Contractors. C. Sugar industries. D. Service industries. Correct answer is option D. Process costing is suitable for A. Hospitals. B. Oil reefing firms. C. Transport firms. D. Bricklaying firms. Correct answer is option B. Multiple costing is a technique of using 2 or more costing methods for ascertainment of cost by A. The same firm. B. The several firms. C. The same industry. D. The several industries. Correct answer is option A. Wages paid to a labor who was engaged in production activities can be termed as A. Direct cost. B. Indirect cost. C. Sunk cost. D. Imputed cost. Correct answer is option A. The cost which is to be incurred even when a business unit is closed is A. Imputed cost. B. Historical cost. C. Sunk cost. D. Shutdown cost. Correct answer is option D. Classification of cost is useful. A. To find gross profit. B. To find net profit. C. To identify costs. D. To identify efficiency. Correct answer is option C. Elements of costs are A. 3 types. B. 4 types. C. 5 types. D. 7 types. Correct answer is option A. Direct expenses are also called A. Major expenses. B. Chargeable expenses. C. Overhead expenses. D. Sundry expenses. Correct answer is option B. Indirect material used in production is classified as A. Office overhead. B. Selling overhead. C. Distribution overhead. D. Production overhead. Correct answer is option D. Warehouse rent is a part of A. Prime cost. B. Factory cost. C. Distribution cost. D. Production cost. Correct answer is option C. Indirect material scrap is adjusted along with A. Prime cost, B. Factory cost, C. Labor cost, D. Cost of goods sold. Correct answer is option B. Which one of the following is not considered for preparation of cost sheet? A. Factory cost, B. Goodwill written off, C. Selling cost, D. Labor cost. Correct answer is option B. Sale of defectives is reduced from A. Prime cost, B. Works cost, C. Cost of production, D. Cost of sales. Correct answer is option C. Tender is an A. Estimation of profit, B. Estimation of cost, C. Estimation of selling price, D. Estimation of units. Correct answer is option C. Cost of sales plus profit is A. Selling price, B. Value of finished product, C. Value of goods produced, D. Value of stocks. Correct answer is option A. Prime cost includes A. Direct materials, direct wages, and indirect expenses, B. Indirect materials and indirect labor and indirect expenses, C. Direct materials, direct wages, and direct expenses, D. Direct materials, indirect wages, and indirect expenses. Correct answer is option C. Total of all direct costs is termed as A. Prime cost, B. Works cost, C. Cost of sales, D. Cost of production. Correct answer is option A. Depreciation of plant and machinery is a part of A. Factory overhead, B. Selling overhead, C. Distribution overhead, D. Administration overhead. Correct answer is option A. Audit fees is a part of A. Works on cost, B. Selling overhead, C. Distribution overhead, D. Administration overhead. Correct answer is option D. Counting house salary is part of A. Factory overhead, B. Selling overhead, C. Distribution overhead, D. Administration overhead. Correct answer is option D. Factory overhead can be charged on the basis of A. Material cost, B. Labor cost, C. Prime cost, D. Direct expenses. Correct answer is option A. Office and administrative expenses can be charged on the basis of A. Material cost, B. Labor cost, C. Prime cost, D. Factory cost. Correct answer is option C. Selling and distribution expenses can be charged on the basis of A. Material cost, B. Labor cost, C. Prime cost, D. Factory cost. Correct answer is option C. The ratios which reflect managerial efficiency in handling the assets is A. Turnover ratios, B. Profitability ratios, C. Short-term solvency ratio, D. Long-term solvency ratio. Correct answer is option A. The ratios which reveal the final result of the managerial policies and performance is A. Turnover ratios, B. Profitability ratios, C. Short-term solvency ratio, D. Long-term solvency ratio. Correct answer is option B. Return on investment is A. Turnover ratios, B. Short-term solvency ratio, C. Profitability ratios, D. Long-term solvency ratio. Correct answer is option C. Net profit ratio is A. Turnover ratio, B. Long-term solvency ratio, C. Short-term solvency ratio, D. Profitability ratio. Correct answer is option D. Stock turnover ratio is A. Turnover ratio. B. Profitability ratio. C. Short-term solvency ratio. D. Long-term solvency ratio. Correct answer is option A. Current ratio is A. Short-term solvency ratio. B. Long-term solvency ratio. C. Profitability ratio. D. Turnover ratio. Correct answer is option A. Proprietary ratio is A. Short-term solvency ratio. B. Long-term solvency ratio. C. Profitability ratio. D. Turnover ratio. Correct answer is option B. Fixed assets ratio is A. Short-term solvency ratio. B. Long-term solvency ratio. C. Profitability ratio. D. Turnover ratio. Correct answer is option B. Fixed assets turnover ratio is A. Short-term solvency ratio. B. Long-term solvency ratio. C. Profitability ratio. D. Turnover ratio. Correct answer is option D. The ratio which measures the profit in relation to capital employed is known as A. Return on investment. B. Gross profit ratio. C. Operating ratio. D. Operating profit ratio. Correct answer is option A. The ratio which determines the profitability from the shareholder's point of view is A. Return on investment. B. Gross profit ratio. C. Return on shareholders' funds. D. Operating profit ratio. Correct answer is option C. Return on equity is also called A. Return on investment. B. Gross profit ratio. C. Return on shareholders' funds. D. Return on net worth. Correct answer is option D. Preliminary expenses is an example of A. Fixed assets. B. Current assets. C. Fictitious assets. D. Current liabilities. Correct answer is option C. Prepaid expenses is an example of A. Fixed assets. B. Current assets. C. Fictitious assets. D. Current liabilities. Correct answer is option B. The ratio which is calculated to measure the productivity of total assets is A. Return on equity. B. Return on shareholders' funds. C. Return on total assets. D. Return on equity shareholders' funds. Correct answer is option C. The ratio which shows the proportion of profits retained in the business out of the current year's profits is A. Retained earnings ratio. B. Payout ratio. C. Earnings per share. D. Price earnings ratio. Correct answer is option A. The ratio which indicates earnings per share reflected by the market price is A. Retained earnings ratio. B. Payout ratio. C. Earnings per share. D. Price earnings ratio. Correct answer is option D. The ratio establishes the relationship between profit before interest and tax and fixed interest charges is A. Interest cover ratio. B. Fixed dividend cover ratio. C. Debt service coverage ratio. D. Dividend yield ratio. Correct answer is option A. The ratio shows the preference dividend as a proportion of profit available for shareholders is A. Interest cover ratio. B. Fixed dividend cover ratio. C. Debt service coverage ratio. D. Dividend yield ratio. Correct answer is option B. The dividend is related to the market value of shares in A. Interest cover ratio. B. Fixed dividend cover ratio. C. Debt service coverage ratio. D. Dividend yield ratio. Correct answer is option D. Various MCQs related to competitive exams are here in Aspirant Wisdom YouTube channel. Kindly visit our playlist and watch all videos according to your interest. Best of luck. Please subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to get notification of every latest educational video uploaded.